fellow YouTubers, this is Kat from an Itty Bitty Homestead. Today we're doing another meal in a jar. This one is country beef stew for one. This is what it looks like right here. And this is coming from, excuse my arm, this book, The Meals in a Jar Handbook, made by Chef Tess. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to layer all the ingredients, and we're going to shake any powdered ingredients down into the bulkier items. So if you want to store this for long-term storage, stick in an oxidant absorber and cover with a new canning lid and hand tighten the metal ring. Okay, or use a food saver and suck out all the air. So because this is not going to be for long-term storage for me, I'm going to be doing this for when I have surgery in May, because I'll be limited to left-handed, and I'm not left-handed. I'm just going to vacuum seal these and say yay. Okay, so first ingredient, red beans. This is going to call for 1/4 of a cup. These are my own dehydrated kidney beans. I like kidney beans, so.
There is a reminder for Kathy.
Oops. Sorry. That's my Google Assistant. So on top of things. If I answer him now, he'll just tell me the reminder, and then you all get my reminder. Okay. Probably a 1/4 cup that fell in there. All right. Okay, then we're going to want mixed dried vegetables. Once again, these are frozen mixed dried vegetables that I dehydrated myself. You can also make these up yourself if you dehydrate all these vegetables on your own. But I don't find that, I've actually thrown away 2 quart jars of dehydrated carrots. And the reason was my slices didn't, when I opened it, you know, from September, I just opened it a few days ago, and they were kind of chewy and didn't smell really good. So certainly didn't smell like carrots. So I tossed those jars, the contents of the jars. And I'm just going to go with the mixed vegetables, or I'm going to try the frozen carrots. And you know, it's not really as cost effective. My hands are clean, by the way. If it lasts me longer, I'd rather spend the extra money. So this is also 1/4 cup. Oh, how many oxygen absorbers did I stick in here? Okay. Now, back in September is also when I was very, very new to dehydrating. I was just starting out, and I wasn't necessarily going for cost effective. I was going for easy and what I know I would eat. Okay, well, you guys are still good, so stick those back in there. All right, next we're going to be adding freeze-dried beef. So I have my Thrive freeze-dried beef. Now, everybody says that this only has a limited shelf life once you've opened it. So to try and extend even that shelf life, I take it and I vacuum seal it. Then this is mostly the meats that I do this for, and only for, you know, the small, well, sometimes bigger cans, I guess, depending how much meat's left. Because these aren't cheap, and I need to make these last as long as possible. And since I don't use these on a regular basis, they are going to sit on my shelf for some time. So if I could get 5 years out of this because I vacuum sealed it, even though I've opened it and used it, yay for me is what I say. So, but that's my opinions. It's not tested. I haven't asked an expert, but it's just from my experience that if you vacuum seal and you take all the oxygen out, and I threw an oxygen absorber in there for safe measure, for good measure, I'm sorry, this should be good. So now I opened this originally in January. Excuse me. Okay. This is also going to be a 1/4 cup beef. Yep. One hit the floor, and the cleanup crew came, but you were a little too late, bud. You missed it. Okay, I will reseal this. Okay, next we are going to add diced potatoes. Maybe time for a new one of those. Let's see, we're going to do, this is also a 1/4 cup. Okay, you know what? It's like a handful and a little. I'm so bad at sometimes measuring things. Handful and then a little. Okay. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of dehydrated onions. Now, also, you know, you can feel free to add or subtract anything that goes in here. If you don't want a beef stew and you want, say, a chicken stew, subtract it for chicken. If you don't like onions, leave the onions out. If you want garlic, add garlic. You can make this your own, okay? That's the loveliness of doing any recipe, is you can tweak it to you and your family's liking, and you know, make it how you would normally make stew. Is this considered debubbling? I'm trying to get that onion down at the bottom. I don't understand the rhyme or reason for why they put things in the order they put them when you're doing a recipe and you want to pack as much in as you can. But that's the order I'm giving you is the order they gave it in, so I am just packing that down a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of Chef Tess's. This is the bomb. Okay, I've got like 4 more of these in my pantry. Shit hits the fan, I am going to have the best seasoning on earth. It's got everything you need in it. Salt, parsley, pepper. I mean, oh my God. I use this on everything. Just make sure you give it a good shake because the heavier spices do sink down to the bottom. Okay, now, when I make stew for myself, oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Which I've got right here. Oh, I know. Bad me, bad me, bad me. Don't do as I do. Don't tap on the rim with metal. I know better. Okay. All right, now this is all the ingredients, okay? But I like to put other stuff in my chili my stew when I make stew at home. So I'm going to add, I'm just going to use my tablespoon. I'm going to add a nice healthy tablespoon of celery. I like celery in my stew. And I've got room. Okay. And I'm going to add some beef bouillon. Hold on a second, let me go get it. Okay, so I'm going to add roughly half a teaspoon, or maybe a whole teaspoon of beef bouillon. This is the sodium-free version, just because the chef Tess. Sorry. Hold on a sec. Okay, a squirrel farted up the street or something. Anyway, all right. Anyway, because I think I was saying that Chef Tess has a lot of salt in it already, so and because I'm a low sodium diet. Anyway, using sodium free. All right, now I'm also going to add some of my home dehydrated green onions. Just a small pinch because I just love them, and I have so many. Oh, I went on a green onion dehydrating binge. I was like a crazed woman doing that. So I've probably got about 5 quarts full of dehydrated green onion. Oh, God, not even enough worth saving here. Okay. Yeah, we got carrots in there. We got the mixed vegetables in there. It's pretty much got everything in it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of granulated garlic this time, not the garlic powder. And I'm doing half a teaspoon. There we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, and I had a little bit of my own home dehydrated hamburger meat, ground beef. So I'm just gonna, because I want to use this up, I'm just gonna pour the rest left in there. All right, I don't really see anything else here that I need to add to make this more my own. I think that's it. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna just seal these up with lids and vacuum seal them right on the top. And to cook these, of course, you remove the oxygen absorber if you used one, and you combine the whole contents into a pot with 1.5 cups of water and bring it to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer 15 to 20 minutes until the vegetables are tender. Now, because I added just a little bit more, I might do a slightly generous 1.5 cups of water just to make up for this being, I swear in that picture that it looks like it has tomato. I'm so sorry. I am so scatterbrained. But anyway, okay, it doesn't call for tomato or anything, so I'm not going to put it. Remember that when you are making these and it starts to cook, if it doesn't taste right, doesn't look right, you can certainly add some stuff as you're cooking it. There's no written in stone rules to anything when it comes to meals in a jar, except that you must keep them dry. If you're going to travel with them, it's suggested put them in a Mylar bag, seal them up. If you want to do long-term storage, oxygen absorber, and seal them airtight, and just label everything. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you like what you have seen and want to see more, please like and subscribe below and leave a comment, and we'll do some more of these. All right. Thank you.